Hello guys and welcome to weekly outlook here on pound USD. We've got Euro USD here, gold, USDCAD, and lastly the DXY as usual. Starting off with pound USD. Last week my anticipation was price to pick up orders and to probably make a new high. The reason is because if we come over here on the daily time frame, we'll be able to see it looks like price broke above this region here, made a new high, and this is a pullback to that same region to pick up orders, and by anticipation we should see a new high created. But at the same time we could see a new formation here being formed. This looks like a head and a shoulder pattern forming, and this is the neckline, which brings me to my analysis this week. Although I'm still much anticipating to see price continue to the upside, I would like to see price maybe create some kind of rejections here and then continue to the upside, either to retest these regions here one more time, or we could break, retest, and continue to the upside. But at the same time, if price opens up and we finally break through these strong support regions, if rejected here, rejected here, rejected here, rejected here, and if price comes to break it, then we'll be sure to see price break and retest 1.3385 and all the way to around 1.3285 or 75 regions. That's about 100 pips. Let's see what happens at the beginning of the week. But in my idea, as you can see, price created a multiple left shoulder here. It's possible to create the same thing here, so we might actually get price to pull back maybe at least to these regions here, or even come back to 1.3612 to actually reject before continuing to the downside. But let's see what happens. Similarly here on Euro USD, the reasons why I feel like it might actually hold off is also the fact that we've seen a downward trend line broken, price retested this region, and it's creating more like a double bottom here. My anticipation will be to see price actually continue to make a new high once price opens up. But the only reason I'll be considering sales is if price breaks below this region. If we had a rejection here, if price breaks it, we retest it, we definitely see a possibility of price maybe coming down to the downside here. Alright, also we can't overlook the fact that it looks like this is a rejection, and we might start diving down, hence why if price breaks 1.17, could look for opportunities to dive down. But also we note that this is also a key region of 1.1682, so it would be best to see price below these regions to do the sales. But with this formation here and how price closed, a possibility that at market open we might get price to continue to the upside, either to retest the previously held highs of 1.18. Alright, over here on gold, we've seen last week that price was always consolidating between 33.75 regions and these regions of 33.13. We saw price break above this region, and by mere version we should have actually seen price retest this region and continue, but we've seen price break back into this region. My anticipation is to see price actually create some kind of formation or rejections here and continue back to the upside here, or possibly break and retest to continue, or we could get price to break below these regions and we'll look for sell opportunities to sell to the downside to 32.65 regions. Whichever one, let's see what happens. USDCAD, inversely correlating with pound USD and Euro USD, we saw this push back into these regions, the whole of these regions. Normally I would just say the price has retested these regions. I would like to see price continue back to the downside here. But if price continues at market open and we see price above this region, then I would anticipate to see price maybe retest these regions of 1.3767 regions here, kind of like a 50 pips move. But we might see price above it to continue to the upside. Only if price breaks above this region we can buy, kind of like. But I'm kind of like bearish. The reason is because of how we've seen this push to the downside. It's normal to see price pull back all the way to the origin. I would like to see price create some kind of rejections, and then we could sell to see price come back to the lows or even create a new low here. And with the confluence on DXY, which looks so much like a textbook format, we've seen the this formation here and price breaking below, this is a very good retest of this region of below the upward trend line here, previously held as a support, now a resistance. So I would only anticipate to see price either create a double top and start coming down to keep creating lower lows and lower highs, or we would want to see if price breaks back above this region, then we could see maybe price want to retest back to these regions. Let's see what happens. So my best bet is what we're seeing here, seeing that price is creating some kind of rejections already here, which means we might want to continue to the downside. If that happens, then definitely we'll be anticipating to see price continue to the upside here on pound USD, and similarly euro USD here. Okay, let's see what happens at the first couple of days. I'll see you guys for updates midweek, and make sure you back some pips. Ciao.